Hey there, and today is a contest entry, uh, and 2,000 subscribers, over 2,000 subscribers. I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, but CinemaniacSeventy7 has gotten over 2,000 subscribers. That's amazing, and that's because, well, check out his channel and you'll know exactly why I got 2,000 subscribers. We just finished doing a crap load of work. I've been working on a media portfolio, working on a paper that I have to pass on globalization, and doing some studying for my finals this term. So excuse me if I'm a little flustered. The question that he asked was basically, what was your favorite film from 1977? And he said not to say Star Wars, and actually that's not going to be a problem. I love Star Wars, same as everybody else does, but 77 was more than a Star Wars for me because of the type of films that I like. And rather than just give you one film, or to give you like just a list, I'm going to mention the films in 1977 that really did have an effect on me, and I'll tell you why. And I will list my top film, and I hope that this outside the box entry fits into what you're looking for. Wizards by Ralph Bakshi was one of those films that, well, Ralph Bakshi made me rethink animation and what I thought of it at the time. I was, in 1977, I was young. You were just being born. Dude, I was 6, and at that point I was the odd little 6-year-old that watched a lot of films and went to the theater a lot. So a lot of the movies I'm going to be talking about here are movies that I saw in theater, movies that meant a lot to me. Wizards with Bakshi was one of those that I really, really enjoyed. And I don't think I'd really understand it as much as I would later on, but it was one that I really loved. Spy Who Loved Me, of course, is still one of my favorite James Bond films of all time. As a 6-year-old, nothing was cooler than going to the theater and watching Smokey and the Bandit. Silly as it sounds now, and the precursor to stuff like Dukes of Hazzard, Smokey and the Bandit was a lot of fun. And there's nothing wrong with having movies that are fun and not having to go too deep with them. Nowadays, you've got to have some like guy, a terrorist or somebody killing off people, or some huge thing. And that one, you just had to do a beer run. Get some moonshine. That's all you needed, and just had some fun times. Slapshot, an incredible sports movie, actually with Paul Newman, and I'm Canadian, and it's hockey, and I liked it. Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown is one of the movies that I remember seeing in theaters. So I love that movie. I remember seeing Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown in theaters, and I saw Snoopy Come Home also. But Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, for some reason, just always stuck out with me. It's one of the strongest memories that I have as a young child going into a theater. And I can remember my experience watching this movie in the theater with my friends the same today as I did back then. Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger wasn't one that I saw in 1977, but it's one from 1977 that I love. I love the Sinbad film. I'm a huge Ray Harryhausen fan. And next up is one I did see in 1977, and it made me love music, and it made me love disco. And that's Saturday Night Fever. Saturday Night Fever is a fantastic film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love it even more today, and I even have the cut version that was put on VHS, because I wanted all versions of the film. Oh God, most people are not going to know this film. Oh God was a movie starring John Denver and George Burns. It started a trilogy of Oh God films. Oh God, Oh God Book 2, and Oh God You Devil. Mostly forgotten now. They were hugely successful comedies back in the day, and I can't quite tell you what I loved about them. I just thought George Burns was extremely good in the role, and back at that time it was one of my favorite movies, and I watched it over and over again. Orca, that was made close by to me, actually just a province away, and it was the Killer Whale movie. Orca is mostly known for people around my age because every comic book that you would read back then would have an ad for Orca the Killer Whale either on the inside back cover or on the outside back cover. Martin is one of George Romero's most underrated films, and that came out in '77 as well. The movie that scared me, no, I was Looking for Mr. Goodbar. A very adult topic, and it's not really horrific until the end, but when it becomes horror, it pays off. One of my favorite comedies that I talk about a lot is Kentucky Fried Movie, a movie that did come out in 1977, and I've got it on Chip Factory. It's really one worth owning. House, which I have on Criterion, is a freaky Japanese film. It is incredible, and I think Inready actually would use House as his favorite. I think it was Inready. His House is his favorite. Hills Have Eyes, the original classic Wes Craven one, is one of the tops. Actually, it's in the top 2 of my favorites in 1977. My edition is on DVD. It has a second disc, and it has some great features that I haven't been able to find on any Blu-ray of it. So, definitely keeping that one. The Gauntlet is a movie I love. It was a Clint Eastwood film. It was pretty simple. Clint Eastwood is a police detective that has to get Sandra Locke to the courtroom without her getting killed. He's got to face a gauntlet of people that want them dead, and it was fantastic. And I still love this movie today. I think it's one of Clint Eastwood's most underrated action films. Here's one from TV, because TV movies, and it is Spider-Man. As a young boy who read Spider-Man from the age of 3 up, getting to see Spider-Man come on the big screen, well, the big small screen, as Nicholas Hammond, who of course I'd seen and then realized it was him in Sound of Music. It was incredible. And after all, Spider-Man would go on to fight Oddjob. Yes, I know it makes 0 sense, but he goes on to fight Oddjob. Three Women, another fantastic film, and Annie Hall. Annie Hall is a great Woody Allen film, but my top 3 1977 films, I want to give it to you pretty easy. I left the top one out on purpose. At number 3, it's Kentucky Fried Movie, comedy that meant a lot to me, and I thought was funny as hell. At number 2, I'm going to go with The Hills Have Eyes. It's a Wes Craven classic, and I do love it. And number 1, the number 1 1977 movie for me, and honestly, it does come before Star Wars, but it's Suspiria, Dario Argento's film Suspiria. It is a fantastic horror film mixed with a fairy tale, with some of the most beautiful cinematography, bright colors, fantastic artwork, the beautiful Jessica Harper, who I was completely in love with. Suspiria is one of my favorite films of all time, and it definitely was my favorite film in 1977. So, I'm going to check. I want to make sure that I got everything in on your. And guys, if you have not subscribed to CinemaniacSeventy7, then you must do so. And you must do so immediately. You got to check out his contest. He's got a great contest going on. Get over there, like, subscribe, and I'm going to hit on your thing to make sure I've got all the stuff in there. So you're going to hear yourself in the background.
Please no.
But more than likely a commercial first, because you usually hear those.
Hey there, movie fans.
See?
Well, this is it. The wait is over. The contest is finally here. I recently received 2,000 subscribers, and to
2,000
celebrate
subscribers, amazing,
that,
guys.
I will give away 3 Blu-ray steelbooks.
3 Blu-ray steelbooks. And yeah, there is one in particular that I am eyeing up, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that one. Because I gotta say, this is a contest I would actually really seriously like to win. Loved one, every contest to enter, but there's something in this one that I really like. There's been so many great, gracious contests coming out recently. CinemaniacSeventy7, check them out. Yeah, I'm going to put a link down below for that as well, and I'll send you a personal down there a link to my contest entry. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And I know this one has been kind of rambling all over the place, but I've been studying my brains out all day. My brains are kind of fried right now, and I haven't had caffeine in about 8 hours. So it really seriously is for me time for tea.